Yo, what's going on, everybody? I just wanted to talk about how Honkai Star World didn't do a summer event, going over the content that we still ended up getting in version 2.3, if it was good enough to tie players over for the update, and more. So, version 2.3, we didn't get a summer event, but this is the summer patch, right? This is the update that we're going to be getting for quite a big chunk of summer. This, along with version 2.4, which is going to be dropping on July 30th. However, July 30th is pretty close to August, and August marks near the end of summer for most people. So 2.3 is a bigger chunk of summer. However, with this in mind, did we get a summer event? Obviously not. Now, Hoyoverse loves to do summer events in their games. For example, the Golden Apple Archipelago that we got not once but twice in Genshin Impact, the Summer Seaside Festival or whatever it's called in Honkai Impact from all the way back in 2021, and with other summer events recurring every year, and even a summer themed gacha banner in Honkai Impact. Even Guns Girl Z also has summer themed outfits that you can pull for. So with this in mind, did we get anything summer related in Honkai Star Rail this year or last year? Well, not really, no. We got the Skill Gorge Waterscape area last summer, which is a beach area, and beach areas are typically associated with summer. And then we got Orm Alley, which is a very autumn themed, and we got it, pretty close to the start of autumn, just a couple weeks before autumn started, I'm pretty sure. And this year we got the Radiant Feldspar, which isn't exactly summer themed, it's no beach, but with the pool and the umbrellas and the seats, it is very tropical. Easily the most tropical area that we got in Penacony, obviously meant to represent something more closer to summer. You're not gonna look at the Radiant Feldspar and be like, yeah, this looks like somewhere I'm going to in December. That would make sense if you live in Australia, where it's in the southern hemisphere, but it's very loosely tied, but still nonetheless tied to uh like a tropical or summer themed area, right? So did Hawkeye Star Rail end up missing out by not doing a summer event? In my opinion, yes, but I'm still very satisfied with the content that we got in version 2.3 anyways. So in version 2.3, we got two endgame modes, and not just one, two. We got Apocalyptic Shadow and Divergent Universe. Now, Apocalyptic Shadow, you do it like one time. Maybe you'll come back and do it again in order to get a higher score, but generally the end game in Star Rail doesn't take too long. When it refreshes, you do it in a day, that's it. However, with Divergent Universe, there are currently 60 levels that you can get to in Divergent Universe, and I've been playing Divergent Universe for hours and hours and hours since version 2.3 dropped, and I'm only at level 32. I mainly grinded it so that I could get the wallpaper because I thought it looked really cool, but I'm still finding myself grinding Divergent Universe, and it seems like that there's an endless amount of content to do in Divergent Universe. Now, there's also different mini rewards that you can get within Divergent Universe. You can get 20 jades at a time. Something like that isn't too big, but it is still content. It is still something to look forward to and to grind for. There's also the new multiplayer game mode Origami Bird Clash, which is the first ever permanent event in Honkai Star Rail that actually has replayability since, like I said, there is multiplayer. Now, the replayability value isn't too high because eventually you run out of rewards even in the multiplayer mode. However, you can still go back and do it and play it if you either feel like doing it or feel like playing it with the friends. We also got the conclusion of the Penacony arc, which was absolutely incredible. Penacony, in my opinion, is the best story arc that the Hoyoverse has ever done in any of their games. It was written by the MiHoYo or Hoyoverse employee Shaoji, who is known for writing incredible stories, such as the story for Honkai Impact Part 1. I'm not too sure about Part 1, 1.5, or Part 2 though. I also feel like Holyverse really nailed it with the Star Rail, as in my personal opinion, it's their best project yet, but that's entirely subjective, and that's also not what this video is about, right? We also got Firefly, right, and along with Red Maze rerun, and in the second half we're going to be getting Jade and Argenti's first ever rerun. However, as good as this update really focused on both quality and quantity, which incredible, right? It's always nice looking forward to grinding something in Star Rail. I'm not even done grinding Swarm Disaster or Golden Gears, which is still crazy. I barely even done Golden Gears, so I still have a lot of content to do in the game. I haven't even done the Foxian event, but despite all of this content, as good as it is, I feel like it could have still been better with version or with a summer event, right? In my opinion, 2.3 is the best update ever in Honkai Star Rail after version 2.0. I feel like 2.0 is Star Rail's best update ever, and then after that would be version 2.3. I think really highly of this update. However, I feel like they could have done even more, right, with like a summer event. It didn't need to be something big like the Golden Apple Archipelago from Genshin, you know? We didn't need a whole limited time summer themed region, but something that would have been nice would be maybe. I talked about this last year, before summer started, in my prediction on if we're going to be getting a summer event. I talked about how we could get like different summer themed puzzles scattered around the different regions. We could have gone like a summer themed Lycon, summer themed outfits. Hoyoverse loves adding outfits to their games, so it's really weird that Star Rail doesn't have an outfit system yet. It is given, we're gonna be getting one eventually. They already have this stuff planned. Hoyoverse most likely already has a roadmap on every single content update that they're gonna be doing for the foreseeable future, right? This company, they know what they're doing, right? Uh, they've probably had every single update leading up to now so far planned before the game even came out. But they they know when they're gonna add outfits. We don't, so it's not really a. I don't know. It's not. Can't really talk about it since not much to go off of to make a prediction. But I really do feel like they could have done a lot more 2.3, making it feel more like summer. It has felt like summer, right? It does feel like summer in Honkai Star Rail with the Radiant Feldspar and all that. They finally brought back the Golden Hour music, cut back a little bit on Ramen singing apart from the story, but I don't know. I feel like a summer event could have been really appropriate here, especially given the time period that version 2.3 is, right? It lasting from June 18th until July 30th. In my opinion, they couldn't have had a more perfect time period, a more perfect 6-week time period to actually do a summer event. Now, I don't know if they'll ever get a time period more perfect than that, mid-June until the very end of July. That it sounds too good to be true for a summer event, and sadly, we didn't get one. But okay, this is gonna be a really hot take. The Divergent Universe wallpaper looks awesome. It's one of the best wallpapers. All of these wallpapers are good, right? But I really like this one. But I feel like a summer themed wallpaper at the very least could have been enough. At the very least, like the wallpapers, like I don't know, a couple characters like at the beach, right? Something like that. Literally that much would have been enough. That would have been enough to tie me over, and we didn't even get that. The most we got was one little pool in the Radiant Feldspar and like a couple umbrellas, but that's it for this video. I still think the Divergent Universe wallpaper is really cool, but I feel like some of this content could have been saved for maybe a later update, like either 2.4 or 2.5, in order to make way for a summer event, right? Maybe we could have gotten like a summer event that ends up getting added to like the conventional memoir tab, like it becomes a permanent event, and then one of the mini games within the summer event is like the Origami Bird Clash event, right? Because the Origami Bird Clash event doesn't have nearly as much content as something like Orm Alley or Ethereum Wars, right? It's got more replayability, but in terms of raw content, it doesn't have as much, right? This isn't the next Ethereum Wars, but I don't know. That's it for this video. I'm probably gonna get flack for this, but I really do feel like a summer event would have been hella dope in Honkai Star Rail. And if they don't do summer events or any kind of summer festivities, I'll be a little bit bummed out. I'm not gonna lie, it'll be a little sad. At the very least, they could do like a phone wallpaper or like a free 4-star like code. At the very least, you know, that's the least they could do. But anyways, that's it for this video. I'd love to hear what other people have to think. Right? Should Honkai Star Rail have done a summer event? In my opinion, given how every other gacha game does a summer event, and especially all of Hoyo vs games do a summer. I'm talking every event. Honkai Gakuen 2, which is 10 years old. Honkai Impact 3rd, Genshin Impact. Tears of Themis, the gay dating sim that they got going on as like a side thing. They all have summer events and summer festivities, so Honkai Star Rail is like the only exception. So I don't know whether or not a summer event would have been appropriate in this game or not. Still, you gotta take into consideration that Hoyo does summer events for all of their games, and this is the second year in a row that we didn't get one. So the future for summer updates in Honkai Star Rail is looking a little bit grim. But again, that's it for this video. I still would love to hear what other people have to think about this topic, but that's it. Goodbye.